Hi, today we're going to do another variant Sudoku that was not recently featured on Cracking the Cryptic. I've not done any Sudoku in about 2 months, so I'm very excited to get back into it. Okay. In my 30s, every single killer cage here adds up to 30, and we're given a single clue of a 4. The only place I really see to start is that obviously these 4-cell cages add up to 30. But beyond that, I don't know. Is 7 cells enough to be restrictive? 7 cells have at least 28. So to be 30, you're 2 above minimum, which could be 1 through 6 plus 9. Is that right? It's missing 2 numbers that add up to 15 is the best way to think about this. Now these cells see all of these digits. So I know that. And then I think this cell is going to be interesting. Because whatever the cell is, it's one of these. And then the other 2 of these add up to, I just said 15, right? Yeah, because 30 plus 15 is 45. So 2 of these 3 cells add up to 15. Well, it can't be 5 or less. So these 2 add up to 15, and then these 2 add up to 15. And then this cell is equal to this cell, which I will indicate that. That does not look helpful. Well, we have another 7-cell 30 cage again. So again, 2 of these cells add up to 15. Namely the 2 that are not these. And we know this is not any of the cells in the cage, so it's definitely, this is one of them. And then one of the others, and it adds up to 15. Well, it can't be this. These 2 cannot add up to 15 because that would cause a problem here. I'll be more specific. So we have determined already that these 2 cells add up to 15 and these 2 cells add up to 15. If these 2 cells add up to 15, then the purple pair is either the yellow pair, obviously impossible, or the peach pair, which is also impossible. So this adds up to 15, and specifically this cell equals this one. Which I guess tells us that these include a 4 and have the rest of these digits. This feels a little weird, chasing the 15s around, because obviously I see no way this could possibly continue. I say that, but I'm eyeing up this. Because obviously these 2 cells contain the yellow and peach digits in some order. This is 6 that add up. 6 cells add up to 30, have an average of 5 each, which is as useless as can be. 5 cells add up to 30, at least have the decency of not being an average of 5. These are a little constrained at that they have no yellow digits. But they could just have peach digits instead. So these 2 yellow digits are in here somewhere. One of these is a 4. This is 1 through 5, obviously. Doesn't seem helpful. Normal Sudoku. What am I missing? What am I missing? There has to be some leverage, some entry point. And the more I talk, the less I think. Isn't that a problem all of us have? This digit sees quite a lot of digits in these 30 cages, but this digit could be either here or here, but not both. But I don't know if... So this digit is missing from one of these 30 cell cages. But that, I can't imagine that being useful. This digit is one of these. We know it's not any of these. This digit, if this were 6 or higher, it would be here. It'd be one of these two, and it'd be one of these three. And consequentially here or here. And it'd be yellow. And we know the 30 cage has both yellow digits. And this could... So it'd be here. If this digit were 6 or larger, it would equal to this. What a strange deduction. And useless, I think. It's a surprisingly strong deduction. I guess let us finish. It would be absent from this 30 cage. That's not nothing. Be here, and it'd be here somewhere. Really. If this digit were 6 or higher, it would have to be this digit, and by Sudoku it'd have to be one of these two, have to be one of these three. So from this row it has to be one of these two. Since we know this 30 cage contains both yellow digits because it's missing the peach digits, then it can't be here, so it's here. Therefore it's here, and the rest is not interesting. Okay, I don't think this is helpful, but it is pointing towards the fact that 2 of these 5 digits are the yellow digits. And perhaps I can say something about where they are. If this digit, we know this digit is here or here, so if it's yellow, it's here. Suppose this is yellow. Here, here, here. One of these, one of these. One of these, I guess. It could be in this 30 cage if it were here or here. Doesn't seem useful. This digit is 5 or less, as is this digit. These digits would have difficulty being 6 or higher. They're highly constrained if they are. If this one were 6 or higher, this is the most constrained of the lot. It'd be here, it'd be here, it'd be here or here. It'd be here, here, here. If it's here, it's peach. If it's here, it's yellow. Don't know. I do know that this is a yellow digit because it sees both peach digits. think I can say anything here about these. Okay. I feel like this is not working at all, but I guess I don't see anything. Like this lower left cage felt like the most promising entry point. But now that I've used it for whatever little I have to say that this digit equals this digit, which is therefore one of these two digits, we know this 30 cage is missing not the blue digit, so one of these is cyan. By blue I mean cyan. And one or more of these are yellow. One of these is cyan. Where are the yellow digits? This one could totally be yellow. Any of these? Suppose this is yellow. Not looking promising. If this is a peach pear, and two of these are peach, you know, this is yellow. Both of them are here somewhere. Does this 30 cage have difficulty getting to 30 because it sees so many high digits? If this 30 cage had no yellow digits, it would have to have all 7 other digits. I suspect these two are peach, but let's keep thinking. If this cage had no yellow digits, then like this cage, which has no yellow digits, no, this one has no peach digits, whatever, it would need all 7 other digits. So every 30 cage must have at least one yellow digit, right? If it's missing both yellow digits, it has the other 7 digits, and therefore it is 7 cells, and therefore it's either this or this, and we know both of these are missing the peach digits and not the yellow digits. Okay, well, the only place that can be a yellow digit is here, and therefore both of these are peach. This is yellow. Alright. If this is missing both peach digits, it again has to be a 7-cell cage. It is missing at most one peach digit. I think it is missing neither, which would make this peach. Yes, this feels good. If it's missing one peach digit and one yellow digit, it is missing at least a 6 and a 7 for 13. And because it's 5 cells, it's missing 2 more digits. The digits it's missing add up to 15, is what I'm trying to say. It is missing 4 digits of the digits from 1 to 9. If it is missing a 6 and a 7, that's 13. It's missing 2 more digits that add up to 2, which is clearly impossible. Oops. Okay. And instead, this makes that peach. It is missing one of the digits, 6 or higher, and is missing 3 of the digits from 1 through 5, and the digits are missing add up to 15. If it's missing a 9, then it is missing 1 through 3, because 6 plus 9 is 15. If it's missing 6, it's missing 3 digits add up to 9, which could be 1, 3, 5. 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 6 is 15. Or it could be 2, 3, 4. If it's 7, it's missing 1, 2, 5 or 1, 3, 4. And if it's 8, it's missing 1, 2, 4. Okay, so there's many different ways that this could be allocated out. Let's return to the idea that this is yellow. And this is yellow, it's not this digit, so it's here. It's not this digit, so it's here. It's one of these. It's one of these. It's here. Oh! Wait, what? If this is yellow, it has no place it can go in this box. Because this is peach. Because these two see this, so it's not peach. These two see this, so it's not peach. This is not yellow, it is 1 through 5. I should probably be using a color for 1 through 5, but too late. These two can't both be yellow, so at least one of these is yellow. Could both of these be yellow? If both of these are yellow? If this is peach? If this is peach, both yellows are here and the yellows are here. Okay. I don't know. This is 1 through 5 in some order. If both of these are yellow, I have yellow, yellow here. I should perhaps stop leaning away from the microphone. I did establish that one of these is yellow. And one of these is yellow. I said every 30 cage has at least one yellow digit, so that must be one of these 3. Which means these two are not equal to each other, right? But I think no, they are equal to each other. It is this digit is missing from this 30 cage. So this digit is present in this 30 cage here. This 30 cage is missing 3 digits. It's the add up to 15. It is missing a yellow digit. And at least one peach digit. Can they be missing both peach digits? If it's missing both peach digits, surely not. Because, yeah, that adds up to 15 right there. So this is peach. This feels very suspect, but logic can't be wrong, so. This 30 cell cage has at least one peach digit, which must be here. And it has at least one yellow digit, which must be this one and must be here. And I've established that this digit is one of these two, so therefore it's here. This doesn't feel right at all, but okay. If I run into a contradiction, I know I made a mistake earlier. I can't worry about it prematurely. Anyhow, that clearly mix the peach digit here, since it's not up here. Which makes all of these low. I think I should be using another color for low. I'm going to recover cyan for that purpose and make these blue. I like lighter colors if I'm going to be filling in most of the grid with it. I feel like I should be double checking my work, but I'm not going to do that. Any other places? Obviously 1 through 5. I know one of these is yellow. Neither of these can be yellow, none of these can be peach. So the other peach, so this cell is one of these. This sees both peaches and both yellows. So one of these is peach. And that makes this one peach, right? None of these, none of these. This is obviously a low. Where are the yellows here? I think we claimed one of them is here. This is equal. At some point I should distinguish the two yellows and the two peaches, but don't feel like doing that right now. So the other, so that's here and here. Right. And then one of these is yellow, so all of those. So this sees both peaches and both yellows, so both of these are yellow? I guess so. We have one peach here, one yellow, one yellow. Okay. Well, we have one yellow and one yellow. Fair enough. These can't both be peach. Two peaches and a yellow. Interesting. So all of these are high, which means we have 4 highs in a row. Oops. So these are both low, which makes this one yellow. I wasn't expecting this grid, this puzzle to be so color oriented. In that I don't know how you would solve this without coloring in partial information like this. I expected it more to be deducing individual digits in a sort of traditional way. I like the color in Sudokus, they're fun. This yellow is equal to this yellow is equal to this yellow is equal to this yellow. That means it is one of these two. And it is absent from this cage, which means this yellow, which is here, is also one of these. Do I know which peach this is? This peach, this one, but I think that doesn't connect me to the right at all. This peach, not so much. This yellow is equal to this yellow, which is therefore here. Is it time for me to use this 30 cage? A 5-cell cage has to have quite a few high digits in it. We established as here, it can't have only 2 of the digits, 6 through 9. If it has 2 of the digits 6 through 9, it is missing at least 6 plus 7, which is 13. It's missing 2 more digits, add up to 2. Impossible. So therefore all 3 of these are high, which makes that one the yellow one. And these are 2 peach or yellow and peach. I don't know. Oh, they're not 2 peach. So it's 1 yellow, 1 peach. And since both yellows here are visible to the list, that makes this one peach. So I have 1 yellow, 1 peach. This yellow must be here or here. And it's here. It's here, here. Here, here. Therefore it's here. So this is that one and this one. And here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this yellow is one of these 2. This is low. This peach is here and here. Right? Da, da, da. So this is a peach and a yellow. This is a this is all low. All low. Okay. If the math says so. Yellow, peach. This is a yellow and a peach in some order. And I think I should know which order, but it's whatever is the opposite of this order, so maybe I don't know. So this can't be the same pair, because if they are, the puzzle becomes unsolvable. But they are a yellow peach and a yellow peach, but they're different yellow and peach from each other. Has to be. This cell sees both peaches and both yellows. One of these is yellow. One of these is yellow. These are yellow and peach in some order. One of these is peach, and that's all of them. And possibly we have enough information now to deduce these, but I feel like it's time to move on to the next step of actually finding digits. Maybe. No, surely I cannot tell which of these are yellow from just what I've determined, but it's possible. Ah, okay. So in this, we found all of the cyans, so this has to be a high digit, which means this cannot be peach, which means this cannot be yellow. Of course. Okay, so these two interchangeable from the information we have, and these two interchangeable information we have just in terms of coloring peach and yellows, but we will figure out which is which much later. So now the next step is to consider the cages that are missing digits and figure out what constraints we have on the missing digits. As I established before, if we're missing a 9, then we're also missing 1 through 3. You can make the same reasoning there. That would make this 4, 5, or this 4, 5, depending on which is which. This cage is missing 3 digits. It's missing 1 yellow and 2 blues that add up to 15. Again, there's many ways to do that. But this is much better. It's missing 2 high digits and a low digit. So the 2 high digits it's missing have to add up to less than 15. So they have to be either a 6 and a 7, or a 6 and an 8. And then the third digit that's missing is either a 1 or a 2. So we have no 6 in this cage. One of these is a 6. And we have a 9 in this cage. So neither of these is a 9. Maybe we don't need those marks. So assuming we can trace the pairs throughout all the colors we have, that tells us for each digit that we've colored in that either is not a 6 or not a 9, depending on which is which. Which is to say that for one of these, if one of these colors is a 7-8 pair, and that's undetermined, and one of these colors is a 6-9 pair, and that is determined. Can I know which is which? Maybe so. I think now we link into the 5-cell cages. That's the only foothold I'm seeing. Or should I be making the same deduction here? One of these is a 9. Neither of these is a 6. And that intersects with this information here. I think that was what I was supposed to do. One of these is a 9. Neither of these is a 6. This equals this cannot be a 6. I really shouldn't be doing it this way. Can't be a 9. Can't be a 6. Okay. So peaches are 7/8 and are unconstrained. And yellows, I know whether they are 9 or 6. 9, 6, 9, 6, 9. And now we immediately see this cage is missing a 9 and a 1, 2, 3. So this is going to progress quickly, I hope. And then I think we have some undetermined stuff up top. Yeah, one of these is a 9. One of these is a 9. One of these is a 6. It's a 9 and a 7, 8 pair. Alright. Now this cage, if it is missing an 8, it is also missing a 1, 2, 4, and therefore has a 3, 5. Or if it is missing a 7, then it has 2 digits that add up to 7, which are either 2, 5 or 3, 4. So it doesn't have a 1. That was something. This has no 6 and no 4, 5. Okay. This has no 7, 8, but it has everything else. So this can't be 4, 5, but I knew that already. Okay. These cages are missing a 6, and one of them is missing a 7, and one of them is missing an 8. If you're missing a 6 and a 7, the other digit you're missing is a 2. If you're missing a 6 and an 8, the other digit you're missing is a 1. So these cages, one is missing a 2, and one is missing a 1. So they have all the digits 1 through 5 twice, minus 1, 1, and minus 1, 2. Here are all the digits 1 through 5. So the 1 and 2 that it doesn't have are in this row. So this is 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. In particular, yeah, one of these is a 1 or a 2. One of these has to be a 3, right? If this weren't a 3, it'd have both a 1 or a 2. So one of those is a 3. one has a 4, 5, and either a 1 or a 2. It makes this a 3. And this must be 1 or 2. That's from the column. Humpty Dumpty. No 3 here. One, 2, 5. I see nothing there. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I have 1, 2, 3 in the columns. This is 4, 5. One of these is a 1, 2, or 3. It's not helpful. One of these is a 4. One of these is a 4. These have 1, 2, 3, and 5. Excepting this. Alright, which of the cages have we found the sums for? This one adds up. This one we have not figured out yet. These two, we just have a 1 and 2 to switch between them. This one we know, obviously. This one, it doesn't have 7 or 8. So it just leaves this that we haven't thought about. No, we have this one already. 6 plus 24 is 30. So we are just in digit chasing mode, plus a few cages that... Do we have enough information here? I suspect I should be thinking about this 30 before returning to this 30. But let's take a moment. I said this could be 7, 3, 5. That looks good. Or 8, and then 2, 5, or 3, 4. And both look good. So I think it's up to us to figure out... Oh, okay, this difference between 7 and 8 must come from this cage. There is nothing else in this grid that distinguishes between 7 and 8. No, that's not true. Down here we have 2 30 cells that attach the fates of 7 and 8 to 1 and 2. Here attaches a 7, 8 to 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's possible I can correlate all 3 of these cells together, but I'm not... It doesn't look promising. So I do think I need to be doing something here. We know this is not a 6. I think that means tracking which peach is which. And I'm going to change one of the peaches to pink. All right. We have found all of the pinks. Okay, now the peaches. Yeah, one is here, one is here. Okay, I think that tells us this has to be 6. Or the puzzle's... No, that tells us this can't be 6. If this is 6, the puzzle's something like that. Not important yet. Right, so we have peaches here, and that's it? Okay. Okay. 9, right, and then 6 are in 2 pairs here. Is there some 3-way connection between these digits, the peaches? Okay, there's definitely nothing to glean from here. It just is whatever makes this work. I think if this is a 6, this is a 9. No. This is a 6. This is a 9. This is a 9 and a peach. This is a 9 and a peach. Then the puzzle is unsolvable. So this one can't be a 6. But that's not how I want to be deducing this. This is 6, this is 6, this is 9. Peach and 9, peach and 9. I don't see how knowing the 6 and the 9 here tie into any of the rest of the puzzle at all. If this is a 9, this is a 9. This is a 6. If this is a 9, this is a 9, this is a 6, this is a 9, this is peach, this is peach. So that's clearly what the solution has to be. Leaving this to be 6. But how do we deduce this? I think we have to be chasing 1s through 5s. For example, I totally overlooked that digit is known. I don't. Well, that's been staring me in the face for a long time, but it doesn't suddenly solve the puzzle. This digit equals one of these. So it must be 5. That was a deduction I have been sitting on for a long time and have not made use of. And that will definitely get us something. So one of these is 5. Yeah, that was what I was supposed to be saying. Okay. I feel like I could have found that much faster if I were better. I don't know. No, 4. Yes, 4. Okay. If this is a 7, these have to add up to 8. Impossible. Therefore, peaches are 8. And pinks are 7. And this has to be 3, 4. Do we have 4s and 5s on lockdown? Mostly. Still a few stragglers. This can't be a 4 because it's in the same cage as a 4. Okay. Okay. Looking good. One of these is a 3. One, 2, it's here. But we should definitely be in cleanup. Just slow cleanup. Just tie this up a little bit. We still don't have enough to resolve this properly, do we? Right? Oh yes. Okay. Now here, there's no 7. There's no 6. That's 13. Therefore, there is no 2. And this one obviously is the other way around, so that should give us 1s and 2s. So let's just double check that this adds up correctly. 10, plus 17 plus 3 is 30. So that should gives us 1s and 2s. It's not giving us all the 1s and 2s. It's a 5. It can't be a 5. Because they're still entangled with the 3s. You would think I'd have sorted the 3s out by now, but I haven't done that. Yeah, I think it's time to do the upper left. We are missing 1 and 3 and 5. Obviously this can't be 5. So one of these is the 5, right? This digit is equal to this digit. And therefore is here or here. If it's a 3, if it's here, if it's 1, it can be either location. Yeah, the 4s are not going to yield anything yet until we've disentangled this. The 5s are attached to this. Oh, there's no 3 in this row. That should help. 1, 3, 5, 9. This digit equals this digit. If this is a 3, then this is a 3. Does that mean this is not a 3? If this is a 3, then that 30 cage at top left has no 3 in it. Right. So we found the 1 and 2 in the column. And that should not quite resolve it. Okay. We keep going. Maybe look in the row. No. You know, one of these is a 5. You know, one of these is a 3. One of these is a 1. One of these is a 9. One of these is a 1? Okay. It tells us something. Again, there's some Y wing on the upper left. There's one of these rules I was never good at. And I've seen on Cracking the Cryptic that back when they tended to do only standard Sudoku or standard-ish Sudokus, frequently with no variant rules at all, that they had puzzles with very challenging advanced Sudoku techniques like Y-wings and so on and so forth. But they've fallen out of favor, which I'm happy about. But also I feel like when one of them show up in a puzzle, that the two hosts of that channel are not nearly as fast at using those techniques as they once were. But maybe it's just that they're not expecting to have to use them. Whereas I'm hoping not to have to use it more than expecting not to have to use it. One of these is a 1. That should solve it. No Y-wing to torture me. 3. So indeed this is a 9. As claimed, right? I'm just gonna color in what we're missing up here. Then we have the peach. Oops. And why in the world did I color that peach? Okay. And then now it is finally actually a routine. Took us a bit of time to get here, but two and 1. Alright, that was very satisfying. I quite liked the solution path. I felt like I could have been faster getting there. But all in all, a good puzzle.